the Bill of Rights is the
One thing only reason I'm doing this video is for the simple fact of the unmarked cars that keep patrolling our neighborhood. Now, they have such thing as called a catch-22, and that's what this is basically is. If you have somebody that pulled up on you in this type of vehicle, and this type of vehicle, and it's not that type of vehicle, there's a discrepancy. This type of vehicle over here, with these type of individuals,
unreasonable searches and seizures. Because when we talk about police encounters, we're talking about whether an officer has caused a seizure to occur by restraining your ability to move.
And this is what happens.
You to stop or possibly arrest you.
And this is what we get in our neighborhood. We get 1,
and of course,
2, 3, 4. We get 4 white officers that's jumped up, you know what I'm saying, jacked up on whatever they own. And this is what we get. You don't see any diversity on this police department. Only thing that you see is a white presence. And this is not by happenstance.
In the public sphere.
Okay, this is about point. And this is why we need diversity, not on this city council. This is why you do need a black mayor. And this is why you probably need a female mayor. You know what I'm saying? So they can see the other side of what really goes on in different people's neighborhoods and different people's communities.
Generally
because this is what goes on in our neighborhood.
Have to speak to police
and not in other communities. You see how they block up the road? Got the road blocked up?
There are some certain exceptions.
See the whole entire road blocked up? Now this officer could have easily pulled over out the street, but instead he pulled in out the street. And you got hecklers right here, you know what I'm saying? They pulled over because they want to be buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, we're going to talk about probable cause. You've probably heard that, or PC for short, on lots of TV shows where there's, arrests being made and there's like courtroom dramas and, CSI, things like that. You hear probable cause thrown around a lot, and generally speaking, probable cause exists where the facts and circumstances within the arresting officer's knowledge and of which they have reasonably trustworthy information are sufficient in themselves to warrant a man of reasonable caution in the belief that an offense has been or is being committed. And that's very verbose and wordy and confusing, but the short of it is that probable cause is a standard that an officer has to reach in their knowledge when meeting somebody on the street in order to make an arrest on the street. In other words, an officer has to see these facts and circumstances at a reasonably trustworthy level related to criminal activity in order to make an arrest. So the short of it is an officer on the street is not going to just be able to walk up to a random person and throw them in jail. That is a part of due process that is protected and incorporated through the 14th Amendment, which states are required to provide. Reasonable suspicion is going to be another point of topic upcoming, and so I'm just making these definitions clear. A reasonable suspicion is a lower standard than probable cause, and that's often where we hear that whole Terry stop idea. If you ever have seen someone just stop in the street, and then you see the Terry stop pat down, that typical officer patting somebody's outer clothing down, that's what we think of when we think of a reasonable suspicion stop. And a reasonable suspicion stop happens when officers have specific and articulable facts which indicate that a crime is being or is about to be committed. It's not as high as probable cause, but it's enough that officers see facts which make them think that a crime is about. And this has to be more than a hunch or general suspicion. In other words, officers can't just say, oh, that person walking down the sidewalk.
And he runs the stop sign.
Oh, that person is a minority.